lives. In this list, we dive into the shocking rise and fall of some Nigeria's most notorious online scammers and where they are now. Obiwanne Okeke. If you were scrolling through Instagram in 2017, you might have stumbled upon Obiwanne Okeke, better known as the CEO of Evictus Groups. He was the poster boy for hard work pays. Instagram has his runway, exotic cars, sharp seats, champagne glasses that never seemed so empty, and captions that made regular hustlers feel like they were wasting their youth in traffic. Nigerians hailed him as the golden boy. Forbes even published his crown as a billionaire under 30, and global events treated him like Africa's next Dangote. But behind the Gucci shades was Yahoo Pro Max. While people thought he was running a legit business under Evictus Groups of companies, he was actually defrauding Americans of $11 million through business email compromise. FBI watched him like Big Brother Niger housemates for 13 months before finally striking in 2019. Today, instead of popping champagne in Banana Islands, he's popping prison gates in the US, serving a 10-year sentence. Samuel and Samson Ogoshi, two Lagos-based brothers, were living the kind of cryptocurrency boss life that makes university students feel like they are still grinding in traffic. To the outside world, they were just bright lads at the University of Lagos, posting about crypto profits and flexing like they had life all figured out. Tens of thousands of dollars were supposedly rolling in. Nigerians envied their online success. But behind the screens and flashy Instagram captions was a darker game: sextortion. The brothers were cajoling teenagers and children in the US into sending X-rated pictures and videos, then demanding money under threat of exposure. One magic victim, 17-year-old John Dean from Western Michigan, couldn't bear the shame and took his own life. That shocking case triggered an FBI investigation which traced the crime back to the Ogoshi brothers. EFCC swooped in May 2023, and by January 2024, extradition papers were processed. By August, Samuel and Samson were on a plane to the US, stripped of all their ill-gotten cash, facing the grim possibility of life imprisonment. From crypto flex to prison cell, this Lagos boss life went from online clout to real-life lockup. Sapphire Ejimasi lived the kind of Instagram life that made many Nigerians want to throw their CVs inside the lagoon. At just 25, she was flaunting MacBooks, sipping iced latte in Lekki cafes, and posing like the ultimate tech queen who had cracked fintech codes nobody else understood. People thought she was cashing out from Silicon Valley paychecks, but in reality, she was cashing out from Silicon scams. Her specialty? Designing fake websites so real that even seasoned bankers would say, this page legit. Behind the glossy selfies and I love tech captions, she was draining US companies and citizens of millions. But the game started back when she was 21 in Ghana on a MasterCard scholarship. Instead of just coding apps, she coded her way into fraud after meeting Samuel Kwado Osei, who made her the official web developer of the crime syndicate. The FBI finally pressed pause on her show in April 2025 in New York. Now, instead of building websites, Sapphire is busy building rapport with prison wardens. Kingsley Adonu. A fine Kingsley Adonu from Enugu State lived large like a paper big boy. He was the kind of man that would post pictures in designer suits, snap in front of luxury cars, and casually drop a partnership with MTN into conversations to make people's ears tingle. To gullible Nigerians, he looked like a financial messiah, always promising that if they invested small money today, MTN would reward them with big benefits tomorrow. But behind the glamorous packaging was a 10 billion naira Ponzi scheme. Through his company, S Mobile Net Zone Limited, he pulled the ultimate double your hustle trick. Nigerians desperate for quick cash poured in their savings like they were buying suya, not knowing he was just diverting it into other shady accounts under another company he created. Setsby's data link concept. GTB and Fidelity Bank became his private P-banks, while victims waited endlessly for their MTN alerts. His empire came crashing on September 11, 2024, when the EFCC swooped in. Today, instead of flexing as MTN partner, Adonu is stuck as prisoner partner, counting years instead of millions. Jezam Michael. Jezam packaged himself like the ultimate tech bro of Nigeria, the type that would drop daily motivational quotes on Twitter, sprinkle financial jargon on LinkedIn, and still post selfies beside luxury cars with captions like "Discipline brings wealth." To his 60,000 Telegram followers, he was a cryptocurrency prophet. To EFCC, he was just another Yahoo upgrade. As CEO of Africa Arbitrage System (AAS), he convinced over 50,000 people to invest today and cash out tomorrow. Every day, he flaunted Rolex watches, mansions with swimming pools, and exotic cars that looked like they were bought in bulk. Nigerians desperate to escape poverty rushed in with over $554,000 and 590 million naira in local cash, believing AAS was the gateway to financial freedom. Then one morning, boom, his team announced the system had crashed. Translation: everybody's money had disappeared, tears flowed, marriages scattered, and depression spread like Hamilton dust. EFCC eventually nabbed Jezam, froze his account, seized his cars, and locked him up without bail. Today, the only arbitrage he is enjoying is negotiating food portions in prison. Uchenna Nwa David. Uchenna was living the Abuja big boy dream, a type that posts pictures in front of mansions with captions like focus, consistency, and hard work pays, while popping champagne in lounges and ordinary salary earners can't even enter. By 34, he was hailed as a real estate mogul, married to a beautiful woman and dropping daily Instagram summons about how Nigerian youths are lazy. What his followers didn't know was that his foundation money came from Yahoo days. Between 2016 and 2019, Uchenna ran romance scams, charming 5 American women into sending him a whopping $2.5 million. He converted everything to Bitcoin and even went as far as convincing an old woman in Boston to let him use her account as his money collector center. Imagine turning grandma into a glorified Azamama. 5 years later, while flying from the UK to the US, his past caught up with him. The FBI, already waiting with testimonies from his victims, arrested him in Texas. Now, instead of Abuja mansions, Uchenna faces 40 years of free accommodation in a US prison. Precious Williams. Precious was the kind of real estate big madam that made people believe she was born with a silver spoon dipped in gold. Owning 2 multi-million naira companies, Grossa Lilian Nigeria Limited and LND Nigeria Limited, she walked around Port Harcourt like a one-woman central bank. With designer handbags, convoy-worthy cars, and vacations that looked like Netflix travel documentaries, people swore she cracked the code of smart investments. But behind the gloss was a pure fraud. EFCC later revealed that Madam Precious wasn't making money from oil or legit business. She was swimming in scams. From conspiracy to advance fee fraud to obtainance under false pretense, her portfolio of crime was longer than Lagos traffic. Reports show she had stolen over 13.8 billion naira, and between August 2019 and February 2020 alone, she helped launder 10 billion naira from an infamous Ponzi scheme, NBA trading. Today, instead of cashing out in luxury, Precious is cashing in with EFCC investigators, while her business empire now sits in the case files. From boss lady to fraud lady, the fall was loud. Ugochukwu Joseph was a classic Port Harcourt big boy, parading himself as the proud owner of Penny Hydro Pearl Oil and Gas Company. To the public, his company was supposedly set up to make life seamless for the people. Employment opportunities, community projects, and plenty grammar about empowering the Niger Delta. On the streets, he was respected as a successful businessman, the kind that rolled up in convoys and more, and wore perfumes that could announce his arrival before he spoke. But underneath, the abada of success was pure fraud. Ugochukwu was not just doing small scams, he was a heavyweight in forgery and obtenance under false pretense. His special talent was forging contract documents so clean that banks would gladly open their votes. With these papers, he obtained loans in hundreds of millions, living like a king while banks cried silently. His last hit was a jaw-dropping 750 million naira scam before the EFCC finally closed in. Today, instead of enjoying oil and gas profits, Ugochukwu is busy calculating prison time like bank interest rates. Hush Puppy. Real name Ramon Olurowa Abbas, from the undisputed landlord of Instagram Flex, from Dubai's Palazzo Versace. He made Nigerians believe that hard work could buy you Gucci pajamas, Louis Vuitton slippers, and private jet selfies on a Monday morning. His Instagram page was like a fashion catalog. He wore designer outfits the way Nigerians wear Ankara on Sundays, and his garage of Lamborghinis, Rolls Royce, and Ferraris looked like a Fast and Furious movie set. Many youths called him role model, not knowing the role was fraud model. Behind the Gucci belts was a Yahoo empire. Hush Puppy was knee-deep in cybercrime, pulling off business email compromises, draining banks, and even targeting an English Premier League club for $124 million. He lived like royalty until June 2020, when Dubai police, a blockbuster raid tagged Fox Hunt 2, stormed his luxury apartment. The FBI later unveiled suitcases of cash, 13 exotic cars, and emails of 800,000 potential victims. Now, instead of flexing in Burj Khalifa lounges, Hush Puppy is serving 11 years at FCI 40, New Jersey. His next release date, August 6, 2029. No Gucci, just prison uniforms. Woodbury. Olalekan Pole, better known as Woodbury, lived the kind of life that made Lagos youths feel like they were grinding in vain. For less than a year, he defrauded 7 companies out of over 8 million and turned the proceeds into a lifestyle straight out of a movie. Rolls Royce, Lamborghinis, Mercedes-Benz, Rolexes, designer clothes, you name it. Woodbury had it. Social media became his personal stage, where he flexed these ill-gotten gains, racking up tens of thousands of likes while teaching followers that faith and prayers make all things possible, even if they meant stealing millions first. Woodbury wasn't working alone. He was an ally of Hush Puppy, and together they ran a web of international business email compromise schemes that had companies bleeding money. Their Dubai arrest in June 2020 was the curtain call for the duo, and Woodbury's US trial sealed his fate. The courts confiscated all his assets and sentenced him to 100 months. When he eventually returns to Nigeria, he'll be walking home empty-handed, proving that no Rolls Royce or Rolex can outrun justice. Mumfa. Ismail Mustafa, better known as Mumfa, used to be the Instagram mogul that made Nigerians' timelines look like a luxury car showroom. Rolls Royces, private jets, designer watches, exotic vacations, you name it. Mumfa posted it to style himself as the ultimate currency trader and luxury loving boss, and for a while Nigerians were more interested in his photos than NEPA updates. Behind the filters and flashy captions was a story of 6 billion naira money laundering. EFCC investigations filmed by intelligence from the FBI revealed that Mumfa and his company Ismalob Global Limited were allegedly running a cybercrime conspiracy targeting the US by 2022. He was charged with laundering 82 million euros. And his glamorous lifestyle suddenly became less about flexing and more about court appearances. After Hush Puppy's downfall and his own EFCC scrutiny, Mumfa stopped posting lavish selfies. The last one appeared in January 2025, months after going ghost in 2024. Today, instead of flexing in designer threats, here's busy standing trial, proof that even the Instagram king can run out of likes and luck. So if you enjoyed the video, quickly hit the subscribe button and like this video before this video comes to an end. Make sure you don't miss what's coming next. Right here on your screen, there's a video ready for you to watch, and trust me, you don't want to skip it. Just click on it now. Yes, go ahead and tap it so you can jump straight into the next video we have prepared for you. Don't wait until the video ends because it will go away. Click now and I'll see you in